Bonjour. Bonjour. Amahoro. Well, I'm very glad to be in Bujumbura this morning, in the beautiful city of Bujumbura. And by the way, I'm very much in love with the language you use here, Kirundi, because of two reasons. One, because it is the most close language to my mother tongue in Rwanda. And second, because of their way of greeting each other. When they meet, they say, Amahoro, as we just said. And to those who know me, they know that I love two aspects very much. The first aspect that I love in life is peace, obviously. And the second is my mother, because I'm mama's boy. But obviously, today you will not have the chance of hearing me talk about my mom, maybe next time, because today I've chosen to talk about peace. I actually started my leadership journey when I was 17. By the way, today I'm 25. I started my leadership journey when I was 17, when I was in high school. I founded a club and named it Rwanda We Want. And at the time, it was a platform for me and my classmates and my schoolmates and my friends to meet and talk about our dreams together. But also envision the Rwanda we want together. But more practically, we're talking about leadership principles, leadership values, leadership theories, and how to become better leaders for Rwanda. So as I said, I was in high school, and I was in my senior year. So in that same year, I was supposed to graduate from high school. And obviously, when the year was over, we graduated, but before graduating, we decided to host a closing ceremony, to close the Rwanda We Want, and also be able to give certificates to those who have been participating in Rwanda We Want for the whole year. And at that time, Rwanda We Want was over, the club was over, c'était fini. But then, a few months later, something bad happened to me. A few months later, I lost my dad. My father passed away. And my father was actually the only psychiatrist Rwanda had after the genocide in Rwanda. But he was also a great peace builder. And in our culture, in Rwanda, which is, I think, the same culture here in Burundi, when we lose someone, we have a 7 days mourning period. In our language, we call it Ichirio. So during Ichirio, during the 7 days, people were talking about the work my dad was doing, how he was such a great peace builder, how he was such a great healer or a great psychiatrist. But all of them came up with one question, which was similar. Who is going to continue this work? Who is going to continue his legacy? And I remembered a conversation we had with my dad, with my bigger sister when we were younger. I think we were around 10 years old. We used to watch telenovelas about, in telenovela, they're most of the time talking about heritage, l'héritage. And due to that, my sister asked my dad, Dad, when you're going to die one day, what are you going to leave us? And of course my dad was shocked. And he answered, my lovely daughter, when I pass away, when I die one day, I'm going to leave you my dreams as your legacy. And I think in that time of the mourning period, I reflected on that conversation I had with my dad, of keeping his dreams as my legacy, as the legacy of an entire family. And after the mourning period, I went to look for my friends at Rwanda We Want, the ones we had been together in Rwanda We Want, and requested them, why can't we bring back Rwanda We Want and continue the work we're doing, but also use the same work to continue the legacy of my father in peace building and in healing. Obviously because of two reasons. One, because personally I wanted to continue the work my dad was doing. But second, because it was evident that in a country like Rwanda that has witnessed a genocide, that work was really important. And it was important to be done by the post-genocide youth. And obviously, with time, we came up with innovative approaches to engage young Rwandans, or to embark young Rwandans on a journey of healing, reconciliation, and peace building. And of course, we did that with different partners, including Interpeace, Never Again, the government of Rwanda and others. And most of these programs were successful. And in my point of view, they were successful because of three main reasons. One, because of effective teamwork, because I worked effectively with my team, but because I also believed in them. Number two, because we had built trust within our partners, but also within the community, within the beneficiaries of Rwanda 1. And third, because we had a clear vision. And it is always a fact that whenever young people come together with the same vision, which is clear, they reach very far. As you all know, and Joseph has mentioned it, in 1994, Rwanda witnessed a genocide, one of the most deadliest genocides in history, the 1994 genocide against the Tutsis, which cost us 1 million lives. And as you may already know, the genocide was perpetrated by a Hutu extremist called Interahamwe. And Interahamwe was mainly, and I repeat, mainly made, over 80% by young people. But actually the same genocide was stopped by RPF Inkotanyi, which was also mainly made of young people. More than 80% were young people. And this is a clear indicator that the youth can both use their power to build or to destroy. It is always a matter of choice. And thinking about that, I decided that every single day of my life, I'm going to wake up and go to work to make sure that young Rwandans choose the right way. And I'm going to work and play my role in empowering young Rwandans to make sure that they make the right choices that will bring Rwanda to a more sustainable peace and prosperity. Because this is my vision, this is my country's vision, and this is Rwanda's vision. But it was also with that I deliberately decided to become a peace builder. Because to become a peace builder, it is not one thing we do today and leave tomorrow, it is a way of life. And by the way, I'm inviting everyone here to become a peace builder by way of life, not a way of work or something of the kind. Because there is a fun fact. When we all become peace builders, we don't need UN peacekeepers to come and keep peace in our region. Because in the first place, peace is there. And we should always, always wake up every single day and decide to become peace builders. Obviously, because of time, I'm going to conclude. But I want to leave you with a quote of my late father, Dr. Nasser Munyandamutsa, in French. And the quote says, "Rien ne peut suffire face à une abomination de cette taille." Il parlait du génocide contre les Tutsis. Le tout est de faire quelque chose. Alors, chers amis, chers collègues, décidons tous de faire quelque chose aujourd'hui. Merci.